I don't really buy astrology. Maybe that's the thing. I'm agnostic in multiple ways, and I mean, it usually, it applies to afterlife and gods and everything. To me, it's like there's no proving or disproving that. It's only sensible to be open to things and just remain, undecided. Because really, it's just like either way, on either side of the absolute, it's like it doesn't make sense. You cannot prove or disprove this. Also, I have done hallucinogens in the past. No more because I'm I have schizophrenia and I can't do that. Really bad idea. Like I already sometimes it's like my life is a bad trip. So it's like don't need to add to that and worsen it. Certain I have some issues and everything. But anyway, yeah, with astrology, that's the thing. What I was trying to say with hallucinogens. There were times where it's like it felt evident. I would do something. It's like, wow, this really did seem to, be a link between worlds. And it's like, holy shit, maybe there is something spiritual going on. Maybe there is an afterlife. A lot of people that do like DMT and stuff are like very convinced. They feel like, holy shit, now I can die, knowing that there was something afterwards. But for all we know, it's just what the drug does to the brain. That can be an argument between different people. A lot of people that do hallucinogens because it can feel very like it's like it convinces you that there's spiritual life. A lot of shamans and everything all over the world, you might do like magic mushrooms to talk to your ancestors and everything, get some guidance that way. It's a big part of life all over the world. But again, it might just be in the brain. And but the thing is, it wouldn't be that weird if you actually were talking to ancestors because like there are scientific theories and things like the multiverse theory. It's like, oh, there might be another version of you in another universe carrying out different tasks and everything. You might be able to link up, in some weird way with yourself. So it's like there are so many weird things that exist, so many creatures, so many animals that are like, holy shit. It's like everything is so precise. It's like this thing, fucking emergent evolution in certain things, like different, and also just like one animal that starts off in one place, and then some travel to this area, some travel to this area, and they evolve into two different things that like adapt perfectly to their environments. There's some like very detailed, complex, near perfection of life, just how things evolve and everything. It's crazy. Like, but anyway, I wanted to say that there are Scorpio traits that I very much have embedded in me. Whether or not they're all true or whatever remains to be, found. But I'm a very passionate person. That much is true. You've seen I can be obnoxious to certain people and everything. You'll see me talking about what makes sense to me and just things that seem so obvious and so natural to me. It can be obnoxious to certain people because it's just like I want to care about every form of injustice. I want to take other people's problems on and solve them. I want to like care. And I do care about myself, obviously. I respect myself, but I'm not full of myself, except I can be. Just like everyone else, I can get an inflated sense of myself and an ego boost and everything. Sometimes I do get that a little bit to where it's like, man, I see so many humans that are just being so ignorant or hateful, blindly following orders of their religion and like just telling people that they're sinners and everything. Certain things where it's like I get an inflated ego of myself about people who feel like they're better about themselves. So it's kind of like a funny thing that equals out. But a lot of times, I care so much, and it's like I get pessimistic because it's like I don't see this climate crisis being solved. I don't see people caring enough about what we did, how we farm, and what land we use and everything. I don't see that being solved. I see people caring more about flavor than reality. But and I'm not great. I don't think I'm so great. I just think it's like a normal. Like I wish more people would. Some people don't even believe in climate change, but you know. Anyway, also just the honesty. That's a huge thing for me. I greatly value honesty, even though I realize some people have anti-social personality traits like sociopath traits and like narcissistic personality disorder and everything. Certain times people kind of can't help being dishonest and everything, and I understand that. That's part of the empathy that I have with, trying to get see through people and be like, okay, well, let me try to learn about how things affect you and everything. But still, like with people that can help it, like like white lies and everything, it's just annoying. Like, I'm such an upfront and honest person. I greatly value these social media outlets, even though there's some darkness here and everything. But still, I love sharing my thoughts and all the truths to who I am and everything. And so that's another thing. So those are two that are very big with Scorpios and everything. Even though there were times where I'd be like really drunk, and apparently like I would have a story that I made up or something. So when alcohol comes into the mix, I guess I'm not as valuing of truth, and I can be a drama queen and make up bullshit and be weird. That's a different thing. A good reason for me to stay away from alcohol, because it's like that's not who I am. But yeah, so just being passionate, valuing honesty. Some people say Scorpios are mysterious. I have different thoughts about that, because it's like with the honesty, I'm so upfront. I'm just like, I'm gonna show you exactly who I am. I'm not trying to be conniving, and I'm not trying to be like, hee, I'm, But some people might find me mysterious in that, like, I'm so weird and off-putting. So maybe that's like a mystery to some people in that way. I definitely see that. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna post something else about this, but I see that. Like, a lot of people don't like me for, and I have some, I'm so bad at socializing. That's part of it. I'm awkward. It can just be an awkward energy, like, oh my god, I feel so uneasy because this person just is so weird and awkward. But I've never spent a birthday with a girlfriend or anything. I've had one girlfriend in the past, but other girls that I really had things for and everything, dudes too. But yeah, it would just be a cool thing. Like, I don't want to change. I want to be who I naturally am. It's not about me changing at all. I'm never going to be an actor. I'm never going to be like, oh, I'll put on some facade so some people feel more comfortable around me. It's really about just finding what naturally clicks. Like, will I ever, and it would have to be where, me working. I go to into a restaurant to get an order to deliver, and there's like someone there that I'm attracted to or something. I actually do have my biggest crush, like right now, is on someone who I'm pretty sure she has a boyfriend, so that's what I've heard. But anyway, like, it would be cool. Like, I do get lonely. I never really get depressed anymore. I don't get so down to where it's like I don't feel bad for myself, and I don't think I have it that bad, even though obviously, I've had things that people would call trauma and everything, but really it's the paranoid schizophrenia that's the main thing. Autism and paranoid schizophrenia, just being awkward, socially inept, having sort of times where it's like my life is a bad trip, certain things. And I know a lot of people find it off-putting. A lot of people wouldn't even date a vegan because they feel they have this idea that all vegans are going to feel like they're better than you, and I don't. I wish more people understood it. I would totally date someone that's an omnivore. I mean, we're all omnivores. Omnivore means you can eat animal products and plants. It doesn't mean you require both. Our closest animal cousins eat mostly plants, berries, leaves, and a little bit of bugs. Probably a decent amount of bugs. But yeah, so it's like, it's obviously like we can live a long, happy life with just plants. And that's the problem. Like, another thing with how I don't remember if I said it in this or a previous video, but like, I wish with the ignorance and everything, I wish more people would be like, see the reasons why animal farming is devastating in so many ways. It's not just, yes, it's mostly about the animals, but like, this actually affects us. The Holocene extinction, it's ongoing. This is the first mass extinction that is human driven, and it's way early. We could have serious consequences with droughts and floods and fires and more hurricanes and all sorts, people losing their homes, just the seas being ravaged. Seriously, it doesn't even just affect animal species too, it's plants. We could lose a quarter of all plant species just from climate change. Like, look that shit up, it's crazy. Anyway, Just the Scorpio stuff. Yes, I am very passionate. I am very honest, and I don't find myself mysterious. But yeah, I guess I'm weird, and I get lonely. I don't get depressed, really, but it's just like that little longing. It's a natural thing. Just like I would love to share my life with someone, you know? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And it's not the worst problem to have, but I do see most people don't have this problem, you know? I am exceptionally awkward and off-putting, and a lot of people don't like me and who I am. And I've lost a lot of friends and everything. Even there, some people are just jerks though. Like I lost friends just for coming out as bisexual, well, pansexual now, but I thought it was bisexual before I knew about, you know, non-binary everything like that. It only makes sense. Pan means all, so if you defy um, the gender binary, then pansexual is what makes sense because bi means two. I understand people would say, most people try to say bisexual includes all genders, but it just makes sense to say pan because it's like pan means all, bi means two. It's more than two for you than pansexual. And the pansexual flag means that, you know, if you look at it. That's a different topic. But anyway, yeah. That's just parts. I just wanted to share that. It's obvious. You see this about me. I can be maybe it all goes together. I'm obnoxious in my honesty and passionate ability and desire. A lot of people will just be bothered and everything. And I don't think I'm super special or anything. I definitely have some issues that are rare and everything. So hey, I'm special in that way that I suffer. But anyway, I love you all. I wish you pleasant days.